everyone. Welcome to day two of the promotional games. And of course, we have two very interesting teams playing today. Yesterday, we did TAG versus YNK, and TAG won on a 2-0 clean win. And now we have RGV versus ATHL. And of course, I'm not gonna be the only one casting these games. I've got three very interesting people, and it kind of seems like every day I keep adding one caster to the deck. But yeah, we have someone very special with us tonight, and that's one and only Cypher from Astra. Hello, Cypher. How you doing?
Minotaur.
Hello guys. Thanks Black for the introduction. A little bit more about myself. I'm Cypher and I'm the squad leader of Astra. I'm honored to be here with you guys today. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course, and Fisayo as well, and Bambi. I mean, how you guys doing?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
doing
very
fine. Hi. Hi,
nice.
everybody.
Evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. We're gonna get straight to the draft pick. No time wasted as they have started out the drafting. Yeah, the ban phases. The first two bans of both teams have been picked up, and of course, the first two pick on the side of ATHL already. But I want to straight to the leader of Astra here, Cypher. Your experience when it comes to the drafting phase. We have a Fredrin and a Rain on the side of ATHL. We've got a Chip and a Joy. What do you think about this so far?
Basically, we can see that the side of ATHL they're trying to counter the Joy pick. Like going Joy first pick is usually very risky, but I mean, Thomas is good on the Joy, and Fred is actually a good pick into the Joy because you can stop the beats before it's completed. And looking further, they have the chip. I think Deluxe is very comfortable on that chip hero, but it's not meta, but he makes it work. And Xborg is usually a counter into the Fred also, not always. If you know what you're doing on the Fred, it's not really a counter that much, but I mean, most times it works. And if you look on the side of ATHL, they've comboed up the Fred with two very good heroes, which is the Chlorine and Alex. Yeah, I look forward to seeing the rest of the draft phase and let's see how this goes.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Fisayo?
Yeah, just like we saw yesterday. I hope this is not something like a repeat of what we saw yesterday. Apparently, it seems tank junglers are kind of redundant in MLBB now. If I remember correctly, I think both of the jungler pick yesterday, okay, they went hands on the second match, but the first match back here, we saw how much they suffered. So I don't know the tank in the jungle. We've seen a lot of these matchups, and usually the assassins they usually come out on top. And coupled with the fact that they have the Xborg and the chip here just to teleport around the map, move around. They have enough mobility already, but with the chip now, the mobility is just very hyper. So I hope we can see something from ATHL because right now I'm leaning more towards RGV's draft.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards RGB's draft as well. They've got the Xbox there, they've got the Xavier, but then they've got a final pick there, and that's a Granger. Bambi, what do you think about that?
Or Granger. Well, like Cypher said before, tank junglers now are new meta, especially when you have what's it called?
Yeah.
Roma has Florine or probably Angela to stop Joy from dancing around the beat, like he said. So I'm pretty sure this is actually a good draft because I'm drafting towards athlete games because of the
Same.
Fred being Andy. Yeah, sorry, athlete
I said
said
I'm
sorry
on.
because of the Fred and the Florine. Their combo is actually going to be massive. So yeah,
Yeah, I can agree with you guys
Actually,
there. I mean, they've got
I'm leaning towards the ATHL also because they have not just um the Granger like giving them the ring. They also have the Sicilian, which is a late game monster, and Florian is just going to give Frederick all the sustain he needs. So
exactly.
I- I'm leaning towards the ATHL draft. Feels like the more solid draft in this case.
yeah. But then if you really think about it though, Isn't picking a Florin with a Fredrin, isn't it kind of counterproductive? Because I mean, Fredrin deals more damage when his HP is lowest, right? If you think about it, according to his
Yeah.
crystal energy mechanic, then you've got a Florin that is healing him up gradually while he's dealing damage. If you really think about it, is that really productive, Cypher?
Yeah, actually, it's actually it's. I mean, in the tank jungle meta, like the very best role to go with it, or even mid laner sometimes is a support hero that can give them that extra bit of sustain. So in this case right now, Fredden is a hero that works well when he takes as much damage as he can. You understand? And
Yeah.
by just being that front troublesome person, Cecilion will have all the time in the world to do what he wants to do from the back line. Like I feel like that this graph is really solid if they pull it off very well. But they also have
Yeah.
Yeah.
they also have the Athl, the his K2, that's the vengeance. It's continuous. As far as there is constant CC being applied.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
Mhm.
I really feel like the draft of the ATHL they cooked to the draft, but again, it's MLB we're talking about. It's not always the better draft that wins.
That's
Uh,
gonna be the big question there. But then, Fisayo, look at what's going on that good lane. It's time to get packed there. Looks like a gank might be in effect here, man.
Yeah, but I think both teams are just respecting each other at this point. I think we're going to have a better game here today compared to what we had yesterday. Everybody is just trying to farm up, get their level fours, and just in time for the first or two. So I think this first or two is going to dictate the tempo of this match. Trust me.
Yeah, man, for that, but that's gonna be Valerie. Brave Assaulted, of course, trying to go for that crystal energy accumulation. No, will do. And this is exactly what I asked Cypher about. The healing is affecting the Fredring because now the crystal energy is reducing the more he gets healed up. And now we can see them starting out the total. But that mid lane seems to be where they pay their attention to as they clear the waves down, rotate down bottom. But it seems like Summers might have more intention. There, Rhythm of Joy comes through. No, Electrifying beats the first
well,
simply to escape, and we can see the other side. Feromi withdrawing away, and Nino there with the bat impact finds the first blood onto Summers. And Jesus, that's a great start for ATHL.
Yeah, indeed. Taking out the jungler this early in the match, I think ATHL are off to a great start, actually.
Off to a great start.
yeah,
It will be Feromi now low. Lose the Faraga ammo. Okay,
they
Vengeance back and
just
forth. Final splash but on miss out. Feromi will find the first blood. No, not the first, the second for
the second blood.
ATHL. Yeah, second blood. I mean, Cypher, they are looking good.
Yeah, I'm really I don't know, but if they're already doing this good in the early part of the game, then I'm just wondering how much better they'll be in the late part of the game. Because Sicilian is really a trouble late game.
Yeah, but
Although
then in my opinion,
I'm not also thinking of the fact that RGB they have another late game monster on their side, which is the
Yeah, Clint. They have
Xavier
Clint and
and Clint
Xavier.
also. So Granger falls off a little bit late game, but if he farms up very well and snowballs, I feel like the Skypiercer stacks will let from a distance.
yeah, apart from
Yeah.
that, I am also of the opinion that RGV have more sneaky. Oh wow, that was that. Oh, there was something going on down bot.
Yeah, that was an interesting matchup down bottom now. Supreme Kai losing another Firaga Amon. There's an engagement, electrifying beats onto the Frederick Valeri now low, trying to escape into safety. But Praise's Wrath were not able to take down Supreme Kai. Now reinforcements are here. The Sicilian now Mandy with that bat first onto the locks. Sangwa cross posing back with the bat impact, dealing some magic damage. But Infinite Extension not enough to deal enough damage, and that's 1 second to the turtle. ATHL still have the match under control, Bambi.
Yeah, they really do. The Ceylon is actually being a big problem for them right now because, his alt. They're not allowing him to, the alt's not allowing them to, get closer to any of the teammates at the moment. So that's what is really happening right now.
Like that actually. Up top, you can see that Green Jar really just pushing that turret there. That tier 1 on the gold lane. Leo Mix Sauce, I'm gonna call him LMS. I don't know why players go for 3-letter word names, but the Locks now starting out to fight there. Flickers out. Lil Big Sauce has to get away to save the electrifying Brits to grit through that shortcut. But Summers is a little bit over enthusiastic on that one. Detonat has to poke out and clear the way before they get in. But then on that mid lane jungle, you can see Valeri taking out that lethal to deny them that vision advantage onto the other side. RGV would have to do more than that with this chip if they want to make sure they have awareness of their locations there.
Yeah, but then ATHL too, they are going to have to do more as well because the way I see it, RGV have more sneaky heroes, and I think they're going to have a lot of trouble, getting to the back line, even with their Alot in the late game. The Brethren is getting a little bit ambitious here. Black.
Ambitious, he will build, flickers into safety, and of course, the infinite extension with the Mystic Field, not the Divine Light from BA Frank. But how much damage does Xavier have in the early game? Not enough to put down anyone. But on the other side, Lil Mix Sauce getting a bit confident at Rondo defensively into the turret. If we can see Deluxe already enclosed in here. Michael Pan's strategy. Lil Mix Sauce is going to have to make his way out of this. But Deluxe is already there with the great team. The stuns up, infinite extension. Not able to melt him down. What electrifying beat can do it better. As Summers will take him down. Now, last is comes out onto Valeri, not able to melt him down. Gonna be able to survive it as it will backfire onto Supreme Kai as he falls. Divine Light still not able to melt. What about the Xavier Cypher? When you have the Xavier, don't expect any early game kills.
Yeah, that's so true. The Xavier is actually doing a lot of issue. Like he just causing a lot of trouble in team fight and not like getting the kill himself.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah,
But then even
right
that
now,
extension with the Mystic Field.
yeah, you just have to try and stop. Oh, that's a nice tail, Black, and an engage.
Yo! Final slash onto 3. Fair on me. Last incident now comes out one more time for the man versus the Baraka Armor. Mystic Field to stop them in their tracks, but they are not done. ATL is still pushing down bottom, invading the jungle is gonna be the next move for Valeri. He might have lost that turtle, but maybe he can salvage his bubble bomb, but that's gonna be counterproductive now. Deluxe goes in for the engagement. The lethal is still there. Death himself will bite the dust fast. Of course, to the back again. Rhythm beats of Joy. Leonel Crystal takes him to the back. Electrifying beats, but the brave assault of the pressing strike. Lil Mix Sauce puts him down. Summers is stopped in his track up top. We can see Lil Mix Sauce trying to flicker out, and Prince will pick up a triple kill thanks to that shortcut from Deluxe. That's a great move there, Bambi.
Yeah, it really was a great move. You know, the only issue for them right now is actually Sicilian and Florian. If you can just take either one of them out, or probably the two of them, I'm pretty sure they can do amazingly well right now. What do you think, Cecile?
Yeah, like you said earlier, you can see that immediately the flooring was out of the picture. That was their, go-to just to engage. Oh, the Atlas is trying to poke here, but I don't think anything's coming out from there. Just trying to poke them. Yeah, so like she said, once the flooring is out, that's just open season for everyone else in the team. And I think the Sicilian is just a matter of time. Towards the late game, when everything is more chaotic, the Joy will have more chance to dive into the back and just electrifying beats, scatter everything and their team formation and everything like that.
Yeah, but Cypher, you can see how confident this Lil Mix Sauce is getting on that gold lane. But on that EX lane, it seems like a gank might be brewing here. As the boys of HHL, 4-man on this gold lane, and that load has 4 seconds left. Is this a wise decision? That's a one cost for the engagement. Deluxe is in a bad position. Final slash to bring it back. He finished the session with the Mystic Force. But no, Feromi picks up Deluxe first. Now they're going in for more. Feromi is in done. Mystic Field with the infinite extension stops him in his tracks. Lil Mix Sauce getting the confidence here. Electrifying beats with the rhythm of joy from Summers defensively away from Lil Mix Sauce. Sees the reinforcement, rolls out immediately. That Lord is still there, and they still need their jungler to take it, Cypher.
Yeah, actually, there's if I was the Alot in this game, I would have been going for a sustain type build, because the thing is, you're supposed to bring in the extra sustain for the team. Yeah. But right now, he's just getting busted so fast.
Yeah. But I mean, he's got a Vengeance Alot. I mean, he's got a Flicker Alot. I'm pretty sure he's good for that final slash Flicker. But would you really say
I
a
mean,
Vengeance Alert, a
it's
Flicker Alert is actually better or a Petrify?
oh yeah, it's always better. It's just that if you're going for a full damage alert, it's usually the petrified, but that's like for round games mostly. When it comes to like the professional scene like this, you have to go for the flicker because they're like a good amount of outplay potential that the flicker brings into the table. But you just can't have that. Like you're trying to execute mostly with the petrified, and you don't need that for your team. This is supposed to be like a team game mostly. The allies not supposed to be going for the kills. He needs to leave that to like the Granger and Sicilian, which are like the most they bring the most damage to the team. So the flicker is just way better in this situation.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta agree with you there. But then Fisayo looks like the lane clearing will just be what they will prioritize now. RGV just keeping to themselves and just making sure those wave clears are in order. In times like this, wave management really matters, man.
Yeah, indeed, it really matters. But then again, we need to take a look at this Clint, bro. He's on 501 right now. Does he have the Skype PSI? Yes, he does.
I
And
believe he
so we
does
can
have the
expect,
Sky also.
yeah, the Clint has the Skype PSI with 20 stacks on it already. So we can expect some serious busting damage now. Only that the flooring is going to hinder him a bit. And they are trying to close in on the Xbox though.
Yeah, not in a good place to be for Supreme. Now loses the Firaga armor, doesn't have the immortality, so now a quick walk of him will be, but in fact now hitting him down. But Lil Mix Sauce is quick with that Rhapsody up top. We can see Valeri now with the Brave Assault, and the person striking is taking a lot of
The
damage. Not able to
the
use the Appraiser's Wrath on time. I can only imagine the amount of damage that would have come out of that, Bambi.
Yeah, a lot of damage, especially when you are playing against Clint with I'm pretty sure he has 60 stacks right now. Or how many stacks does he have again? He's on
30.
20
He
is
has
over.
probably
Exactly.
he
We know
has 30, it's 30.
damage early. Yeah, Clint's damage early. Like his boss is actually insane at the moment. We get so when he gets the stack, he does amazingly well and he does like a lot of damage. So apparently Freddy right now is not going to be able to take as much damage as he's supposed to when no one is there to help at that moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
picking up there. Oh,
the Fred
Lil Mix
engaging.
Sauce!
Ooh.
Jesus! Jesus! Double kill for the man just before the Lord dance starts. That's a great move, Cypher.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, in this kind of situation, you need to like take out the problem before you start these major objectives. Because if you don't do that, the chief can just bring all of them at once to a particular location, and you guys are done for.
Yeah, done for
and yeah,
speed of the keep.
up
That's
top.
exactly what he just did
Exactly.
now. Last Dexterity. Bring it back and death himself. Now biting the dust, of course, but then buying enough time for that Lord to be
For them to take blood.
taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
very, I don't know, distraction much.
Probably it was probably a distraction, but then again, someone mentioned about taking out the problem early, and we talked about this
Yeah.
Xavier that strong in the early game. So I don't know, maybe ATHL thinks the Xavier won't be much of a problem because the Xavier as well right now is 005, no death yet, and it's farming like steadily. So I don't know. What do you
Yeah.
guys think? If this game extends to the late
I
game, would
mean,
the Xavier be able to buy back this game for them?
Yeah,
it's
it
very
might.
possible.
Might.
Very
Yeah,
possible.
considering they
But you're
have
forgetting
Clint.
that. Yeah, exactly. But you're forgetting that the side of ATHL, they also have another late game monster. Probably two shots, and the Clint is dead. And
Yeah,
like that.
Oh
Bamba.
yeah.
Yeah, talking about.
It looks like
That's the
right
Torrent.
now.
Oh,
Yeah, electrifying beats from Summers, but that might backfire. Valeri now has him on a
Yeah,
lockdown there with the brave assault and the piercing strike for Summers. Outplays
it
both of them.
goes.
Takes out Death himself, and Summers is not done. Leon and Crystal, Rhythm of Joy, maybe for the outplay. It's in the midst of two. Valeri gets it
No,
again,
what's
and then
this
she
spread
runs from the
doing?
piercing strike out. Divine Light, but Prince puts Valeri down. RGV are biting back onto ATHL. 87 seconds to that Lord. This just might be the start of something new, Cypher.
For real, for real. Like the Fred needs to. I know he's tanky and all, but he needs to like calm down with some of his engages. If his team is not around, he really can't do anything alone most of the time on a thread. And this draft is basically around Cecilion and Granger. So that should be like
Yes.
their win con in team fights.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, that should be their win
and like
call.
you said, I think there is for them.
Yeah, but right now I don't think they are playing to that win comp, like you said. I don't think they are playing to it. I think the Fredrin is getting like a bit confident, probably because he's higher farm than the rest.
Is
I mean, that is
yeah.
not exactly farmed. So I don't know why he's playing like this. Xavier out of position, black.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
nice
Terrible
play.
positioning there, but then
Ooh,
Prince
nice
will
play
be
on the
quick
clean.
to revenge. That was a revenge from Feromi, but then that did not come without backlash. He did face by the dust. Prince was quick to put him down. 15 seconds on that Lord. RGV positioning themselves around it already. Up top, we can see that the Frederick is still there. That's not exactly where you want to be if you're a jungler. 5 seconds to that Lord. RGV have the good positioning here. Triple on that Lord side. One up top to clear the waves and making sure they zone out Valeri. Now they have started out that Lord. The Lord dance has started here. I like the fact that Deluxe is just holding position and just waiting, giving vision on Valeri. Valeri walk up. The Lord is almost taking down. Divine Light comes up, but Samas is quick with that retro. Gets the retro battle. Shot brings up the cleaning back in. Valeri trying to escape now. Brave Assault offensive to get away. Sangwai Cross pulls them both and no can do for RGV as they will pull back and wait for that Lord siege.
That was a very clean Lord, bro. That was a very clean Lord,
Um,
Bambi.
and
How did you think?
and the
That
streamer
was
please
so impressive.
show the builds.
Yeah, yes. Stark Place would appreciate if you would actually show us the builds
They're
for
asking
the
in the comment
viewers to
section.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. Okay, the Lord approaching from the top lane, and so far we can see the locks here just giving vision. I mean, this chip is pretty persistent, and I like the fact that ATHL. I mean, why do you use so many consonants in your in your squad name? But Supreme guy now,
It's
just
actually athlete games esports. So that's a mouthful actually.
yeah, it is a mouthful indeed. So many consonants, man. Then the Lord is approaching from the top lane, and the both lanes are clear. I like the wave strategy here from RGV. Jesus. Now the Lord is approaching from the top
Yeah.
lane. Now hits that minion wave, Sanguine Claws, Divine Lights to try to zone them out, but no, can't do. Infinite extension with the Mystic Field holds him down. Valeri is trying to keep the waves away, but the Locks now takes that. Oh, final slash! That's the response. Fermi comes up with the last insanity on 2-4. Supreme Kai, this is the Faraka Ammo. Soma takes out the turret
Oh,
down bottom. They are pushing in, all right, but two turrets taken down, but that's only everything that Lord can get them, Cypher.
yeah, actually. But this was actually a very good wave push. Like they got the both inhibitor turrets just left with the mid. I mean, they're playing their cards right. I don't think RGB should lose this at this point. I don't know. What do you think, Kusai?
Yeah, right now the way they are playing is just something else. It's like they fashioned the game. Okay, we'll let you take some of these trophies in the first few minutes of the game. Then towards the late game, we'll really show you what true macro is. Bambi, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of lost her
Really
there,
like
but okay, she's back. That's good.
yeah, so I was saying that Xavier and Clint are really doing a lot right now, especially Xavier with
A lot.
running there and Clint just coming out of nowhere and just delivering everything he can. And the next thing, the whole team is going down.
Yeah,
That's
the
true.
infinite expansion on the mystic field is really really. I don't know how they want to counter that. How do you think they can counter it, Cypher? Because that thing, the
What's that?
immobilization
Sorry,
on that thing, the Xavier's
can you say that
mystic
again?
field and engage from from the chip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my
rough
god.
one down. Valeri jumps into the frame. Prince takes a Pharaoh. Me next to the line is Valeri, but he shuts down Prince first.
Um,
It's a back and forth
that's
between
what the
both of them,
Sicilian.
and
That's what the
eye for
Sicilian
an
does.
eye. And the Lord has spawned not a good look for ATHL. They have lost
Minions
their
are in the base.
jungler. That's the
Minions are in the
insanity.
base.
That's the
Oh my god.
insanity.
Minions
That's
are
the
in the base.
insanity. The base
Minions are in
is
the
wide
base.
open. The Jeez,
and
Oh
they
my
see their
ATHL,
god.
base.
what are you doing?
Mhm.
ATHL, the base RGV taking advantage of the chaos, not letting them recall.
Oh
No,
my
no,
Oh
god,
no,
what
no,
was
no.
this
Oh
game?
survivors
my
will take
god.
him down.
Oh
Jesus,
god.
RGV, what was that strategy?
Oh
Yeah,
Absolute
no.
zero
that was a
sense
very
of the
good,
map
that
from
was a very good
ATHL.
skill play
And it's
from
GG's for
RGV.
game one. It's GG's for game one. RGV have taken game one. Wow. This boy
The
Mapa
Winions
Witness.
won the match. The Winions won the match.
In fact, it was the minions that won, no.
So you don't
It
call
was
them. You
the
don't call them
minions.
minions. You don't call them minions when they win the match for you. You call them Winions.
Minions.
Winions. Yes, Winions. That's what you call them when they
Oh
win the
my
match for
god.
you.
Oh my god. That's
That,
crazy.
that,
That's really
that was
crazy.
actually a huge throw. They just won the team fight. Why forcefully go ahead?
Well, yeah,
Yeah. That's
I
that
it
mean,
was
that's
just
something
something
really
like
um,
concerning,
that.
honestly. Personally, I feel like that match just showed us that map awareness is
oh no,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have the chip on their side. It's like that opens up the map for you. So
a lot.
yeah,
I mean the uh, they can't keep up with that kind of map pressure. But
yeah,
they should have stayed together a little bit more. That's the side of ATHL. I mean, because their strength comes in
yeah,
the team fight. But
Yeah.
yeah,
the chip
Yeah, but that was
stand
what I
up
asked
and
you before that last team fight where the Chief engaged. That what do you think they
yeah,
can do against that midfield and the Infinite expansion? Because that stuff was really stopping ATHL's front line from engaging. And when they say they want to retreat, Xavier, that thing gets off cooldown real quick. So if they want to engage, it will stop them. They want to retreat, it will stop them as well. So what do you think they could have done to
yeah.
counter that at least?
I mean, they did their best. If I look at their builds right now, they had the magic defense that could like just sustain that initial burst from the Xavier. But the thing now is
The
that the Xavier
bust.
is dealing them enough damage for the Clint to finish off. You can see the Clint KDA, it's 11-2-2.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, like 70, no, like 60% of the kill came to him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
nice game to RGV. They really their draft very well, and ATHL could only do so much to the amount of balls coming from both sides. Like you can see the Alot went hybrid build. Though I'd have preferred if it was like
Full
full
bust,
on
like you
defense
said.
build.
Sustain or like
No,
Oh,
no,
what?
full defense
And
to
mix it.
provide more sustain. Yeah, but this is also good. I mean, it was just a bad game generally. The chip was just doing too much. Like it's cost a lot of trouble for them and Xavier. Oh boy. Well, let's just see how the game two is going to go. I hope they maybe go for a better draft or a different draft that they can pull off easier than this one.
I mean, to be fair, right? There were a lot of supporters of ATHL on the group,
Yeah.
right? There were a lot of people saying ATHL. I
Yeah.
mean, when MJ
I mean,
posted the player roster for
I also
ATHL,
I also supported ATHL
I
actually.
also supported them
I
too because I thought
thought,
the draft was better.
yeah, you saw the player roster and
oh,
everybody
okay,
switched sides
Mm.
immediately. But I do
Yeah,
hope
so
that you guys are beginning to realize that you might just eat your words tonight and things
oh,
might just switch
I
up.
stand corrected. I stand corrected.
so it does seem to me like the Freddie was like overextending too much. He was always, joining team fights when his teammates are not there. That was what I noticed. You get so he
Mm,
was most of like
yeah,
joining the team
that
fight, and
what makes
playing
confidence
Clint
in
is
the
insane damage.
yeah.
You know exactly what it can
Mm-hmm.
do. So you do not expect to join a team fight, and Clint is there with Sky
Oh
Piercer
my god.
stats like probably 60 or something, and
mm-hmm,
you want to fight without your
I need
Yeah.
to
teammates. You
join the
understand?
lobby.
So
mm-hmm,
that was what happened. So
I I
mm-hmm,
think you
just
got a bit too
a lot of
confident in
damage.
exploring
Yeah, exactly.
killing.
Without even your teammate,
mm,
without deferring being there and all that. So
mm,
stuff just turned the game sideways, and next thing they're already winning.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, I can see it.
Even
I
at
can
that, one thing I mentioned from the draft pick was that RGV had a lot more sneaky heroes than Athlete game. The only person that can probably reach the back line without first dealing with uh, the frontliners is probably the Sicilian. The Granger is fine, but
Mm-hmm.
the block is the Rhapsody, Abi. So it's only the
Yeah.
bat impact that you can probably aim for the back line. And we have the Xavier, once he's constantly in his alt form, his movement speed is increased, his CD cooldown is increased, and the Clint as well. He has his skill 2, the string shot, to probably
Yeah.
move out of the way of any skill like that. So I feel like RGV has more sneaky heroes, and it's very hard even for the Arlot to dive to
Yeah.
the back and probably get the main damage dealers. I think that was one of the problems that they had.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct.
Yeah, I do hope they do take note of these, and I do hope they do execute a counter strategy, productive strategy there, especially on the side of ATHL, and in the sense of they really want to be more map aware, especially when there's a chip on the enemy side. That's if the locks do go for that chip again, and even if they don't, this is a call for them to be very aware because they have executed a very good strategy there, forcing out the waves. So we saw a very incredible wave management from the side of RGV in the mid games when everything
Yeah.
started pushing against them. They started losing team fights. They were getting picked. They were getting invaded. We saw them just focus on
Yeah.
wave management, and it was an investment that really paid off in the long run. And also we saw Somas just taking a risk there and just making sure that the Sicilian does not recover because Sicilian has a lot of damage and that game really stayed. So I'm pretty sure he has a lot of stacks on that overflowing. So he would have really melted those minion waves fast. Somas took a risk, made sure he stopped him in his track. Even though he died, it was a gamble that paid off, and RGV just swept under that win. But then I do hope they don't gamble on that for a second win, though, because I'm pretty sure ATHL will be quick to learn from their mistakes, Cypher.
Yeah. Okay, Cypher,
Yeah,
you can take it.
yeah. Actually, I'm seeing a change in lineup. If I'm
Okay.
correct, I think the side of RGV subbed in a new player, and I thought the same for ATHL, but I think they swapped back to Farami. But let's see, maybe
Okay.
they'll give us a more interesting draft this time around.
Yeah, ATHL have swapped out one of their players there and they have given us Samsung Zan. So basically, Leo Milk, Leo Milk, I can't really remember exactly, but Leo Milk has been swapped out for Samsung Zan. So hopefully, the marksman
Oh
this
yeah,
time
yeah,
around
Zan is back
will
on.
be, yeah, Zan is back on, and that's supposed to be the wild card for ATHL and the major reason why a lot of people
Zan
voted
is actually
ATHL.
Zan is actually their main jungler
Yeah,
for
he's the ace in the hole
ATHL.
for the team.
So let's
Well,
see. I
hopefully,
think there might be a lot of assassin bans right now. I
see,
believe.
man, see.
Oh, okay.
Here we can,
Yeah,
here
I
we
can hear
can.
you.
Mm. All right, sure. Just let me get off the game. So yeah, just show us what you're seeing. That we can. Yeah, yeah, sure thing, sure thing. Okay. So apologies, guys. We are going to do a little bit of switch up here, and while the others do the same, I am already seeing the screen, so I'm just gonna start from there right quickly here. So yeah, there's a ban here.
I've done that already.
Xbox first ban. Joy first ban. I like the fact that they banned that on the side of HCHL. If you think about this really quickly, Summers was very nasty with that pick there. So definitely they don't want that again. And on the other side, we can see the Jusin ban and we can see a YSS ban. What do you think about this ban, Cypher?
The YSS is a meta hero. That's what picked for Zan. So
Mm,
I guess that was why. And Zuxin is just troublesome all around. I don't think I should explain why the ban is necessary.
yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, we're seeing a different draft entirely. The range is coming from Farsa this time, and there is a Hayabusa to peel that backline for Clint and Sicilian especially. So let's see how they go with this game too. I mean,
Let's
I'm
see how
not
they
I'm
go
not
with
about
this.
to predict I'm not about to predict a winner again. It's fine. and drinks anything.
Well, what do you think, Fisayo? What do you think?
Well, this is a replay of last match, but then again, another way. This time it is ATHL with the assassin jungler and RGV with the tank jungler. I don't know. Probably one of them listened to what we mentioned earlier that tank junglers have been losing a lot in the matches that we have been playing these days. So they want to prove us wrong. We don't know. But right now, I want my prediction to be true. So ATHL, Hayabusa, Samsung Zan, I'm rooting for him right now.
I mean,
I mean,
they didn't actually take they didn't take note of the fact that Deluxe is not playing right now, and they still went ahead to ban the chip. In this
Yeah, I
situation, I feel
don't
like
think so.
a support ban would have been much better because it's a
I
Yeah, they
don't
joint
think
didn't
they
venture.
take note
actually
of that.
Well,
took
I
note
don't,
of it.
I doubt if they took note of that. And they're going with the
Yeah, they didn't
grains
see the roster change.
again.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
definitely
Moscow.
not something you want them to do. Not Moskov, they will go for the Bruno, and that's Valeri
Yeah,
leaving behind
The
the
Bruno is
jungle
still
for
good.
Stan. Yeah, it is actually. It is. I mean, you've got the volley shot, you've got the wall D, you've got the sliding tackle, and you've got the mechanical leg.
Yeah,
Hopefully, Valeri can make the most out of his skills there. Supreme Kai, the last man to make the choice for RGV, and that's going to be an EX. So they have the EXP, so it's the Roma there that he's gonna go for. Supreme
No,
Kai looking at the Kanye or the
no,
high looks. He
no,
goes for the high looks, man.
no. Is it just me or they are just too tanky right now? They shouldn't
They
rely
are
too much on
very,
this.
very, very tanky. Oh my god, the
I
RGV, they
mean,
are like
the thing is that
Where would the
the
when you see when you see the Camila ban, I think they should have just thought about the carry pick because it
yeah,
screams team fight.
tank.
Top. Yeah,
no, they're really going tanky. Like the
but let's see.
Yeah,
the
I don't know
glue.
that a tanky lineup like this is going to disturb the Hayabusa, but it leaves room for Bruno to farm easily, I believe.
Yeah,
Because
some people
yeah.
do not know that
the
Bruno
Bruno is
has high
prepared. Sorry, can you say that again?
And some people do not know that Bruno has high damage. Oh. Like the guy is being
Yeah,
overlooked in this way. Nobody knows that.
he's, he's underestimated right now because of all of
Exactly.
the
Bruno is
noise.
being underestimated in ML. Like he has a very insane damage. Like I compared it with me at one time like that. Oh my god. I still died.
Oh no, Bruno,
It's 1 HP.
Yeah, we are going to lose to 60% of sorry, 60 or 70% of marksmen are going to lose to Bruno in a 1v1 fight
Hey,
because bro deals
oh my god.
damage. Damage right
The
from
damage
he does not need
it
damage.
depends. It depends. You know, Bruno's high damage comes from like his maximum stacks. If you
Yeah,
don't stack
exactly.
up before the team fight, if you don't stack up before that 1v1 fight, there's a high chance that the other MM you're going up against will like basically blitz you with speed. Like me
Yeah,
and now,
this is
if
one
you
of the reasons why I think the
yeah,
Bruno may not work in this lineup because the tanks are not going to be giving him. Yeah, although the tanks are kind of slow, but then the CC
yeah,
will not give him the chance to be able to free hit like he
stack
wants.
up, yeah,
So I
yeah.
think
But
the
Yeah.
the thing with the tanks, I do feel like if he plays his cards right, I think Emeka would
yeah
have been better to be honest. But if he plays his cards right,
yeah
he can stack up on like the high lows and basically
okay
use his all to peel that back line.
the back line.
Yeah,
So
and I also feel that maybe Purify should have been better in this case. Like
Oh
actually,
his
yeah,
battle spell.
I was the one though. I
true.
don't think that was fine because you
And
need
he
to
used
be
his
able to
flicker
get away
already.
from that high lows. To use the flicker. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
he used
this
his
is a
flicker.
long battle. I mean, this
Let's back to the
RGB
game,
guys,
guys. You can see up
they
top
know what
there
they're
are
doing.
lanes being ganked. It's a 4-on-1 here. Fair on me with that furious dive defensively away from the gang that was cooking up, but the tortoise poison's already committed here by Summers. That cannot be good. He's gonna need it for this total dance that starts in the next 1 second. And so far, it's looking good for the rotations on the side of RGV as they have gotten it right. They are still getting it right. No AOG yet for Death himself, not level 4. And that total just reset by Summers. The man seems to not be instructed to take the total. Pyramid still getting ganked and still getting hit by that slam from the other side. Further strike comes are gonna be committed there. No time wasted. Nino with that engage, and that's gonna be the hit down on RGV as they will bring it down. Oh my goodness, back and forth, and the Black Dragon former already committed. And Pharaoh marvelous with the first blood to Death himself. Dr. Poisan spot out again by Summers. Sprite finds Pharaoh, shuts him down to 1-for-1. Shadow kill comes on the other side, but Nino finds Summers, and one is taken for that. Frank will find San. The total has not been taken, by the way, but both junglers are dead, Cypher.
Oh my god, like I mean, it's just going to be. They need to get Hayabusa to the point whereby they're executing these guys on low HP. Just see how the tanks are able to sustain through that thing. Like, normally, the Yuzong is one a meta hero and a counter to the glue. But if you have the Hylos and Baxia doing all their shenanigans in front of the team fight, of course the glue will do whatever he needs to do and get off easy without the Yuzong giving him
Okay, Fernandez strike. Ooh, Nino finds Supreme Kai. And that's gonna be the shield unity now. Of course, with the shield. Feromi picking up one, but Summers picks up another. Summers with a double on the Baxia. Jeez. This Baxia is definitely on something tonight, but then Shadow Kill comes out from the other side. Sam trying to find the value there onto that glue, but can he find that value? It's gonna be the big question. Marvelous able to get away with just little HP there, and Valerie on that mid lane has left the gold lane though. But Prince as well. They have to go back to the lanes, but Wing by Wings already committed from Nino, trying to rotate and make sure they keep them away as much as possible. Marvelous now going back to meet Ferromi on that EXP lane. Valerie coming down to the gold lane as well. Prince coming to meet him there, but then it's a 2-on-2 down on that gold lane. Maybe a 2-on-4 because the Gank is cooking. Fernandez strike comes out again from Nino to try to commit there. And Joe San going close onto 2, but Wings by Wings to get away back into Sage now. Shadow Kill comes out as well from San. Not willing to commit AOG onto the back. Finds no one there. Not a good AOG. But the Gross Pathway already popped there. Now in the midst of it all, Dead himself trying to get as much steel balls as possible. But Prince is quick to put him down with that double shot. Now that Clint is starting to become a problem.
Yeah,
I
actually,
feel like
let's pick that up.
it should have been a better ban than the Xbox because they're going for a comp that can peel off the Xbox armor easily. So, but nobody is actually really getting down to this Clint like for the same thing.
Yeah. Back and forth again. Further strike comes out as well. Glorious Pathway. Supreme Kai not able to get away with his own Glorious Pathway. Shadow Kill. Zan! But not able to find anyone though. That's one thing about the Shadow Kill mechanic. It quickly switches targets, and it can be pretty difficult, especially when there are multiple Summers. Finds one up there. Now with the Unbreakable trying to find the value there, but Nino Frank is quick with that mobility from the bat impact and just keeping his distance while poking safely and making sure those minions are melting down. Someone else going to slice them down. AOG, the first safely from Death himself to escape certain death and try to. Oh, Valerie is not so lucky like Death himself. Now 2-on-2. Zan comes out again with that Quad Shadows. Zan Claws is quick to put him down. Quad Shadows comes out from Zan trying to find the value here. Fernandez strike comes out with Gross Pathway to zone them out into safety. Man, this Hylos is really helping them, Cypher.
Yeah, it's easier to pull off the Highlands than the Gato, even if Gato is the stronger tank right now in the meta. But again, like I said, they have a lot of heroes causing trouble in that front line for the Sicilian and Clint to do their thing. These RGB guys, they do know their shit actually.
They do know their stuff, Bambi, and so far on the mid lane, I think one of the major contributors here is actually BA Frank. He's doing some wave clear, some rotations. I mean, the Sicilian is just a vital part of the game, Bambi.
Yeah, it really is. Like, he's really the one dealing damage. He's the one, giving them burst and everything. He's just, helping the team farm and team fight and all that. So
Yeah, team fights and all, that's going to be down bottom, but then they will rotate back up top. The boys of RGV still with that rotation on point, as now we can see Summers engaging with that Baxia Black Dragon form already forced out from Feromi. Defensively, that will be to recall back. Now we can see the builds here from, of course, production. Thank you for that. Nino already having that anti-heal against that against that Clint, of course, and against Supreme Kai's regeneration there with the revitalize. That's very vital then if you think about it. But then Marvelous up top really giving Feromi a tough time. Nobody wants to lane against the glue, right, Fisayo?
Yeah, of course, you don't want to lean against the glue because it's just annoying. And even if you try to engage, the glue marks will reduce like the damage that you get. Oh, there's an engage down, but at the turtle.
Yeah, the total that will be, oh, 2 mana breakable from Death himself, and he shows his fangs, but Supreme Kai steals that total away. RGV has the objective. Can they get the
This
kill? They go
point,
trading down. Total Poison's gonna come for the engagement there. Trying to field the engagement and frontlining, but Summers is a bit late, stopped in his tracks by Nino. The cost of Crow, but that might not be all. Feromi has to pull back as well. Now the shield unity comes out 1-on-1 into one with the flicker from Valeri already committed. Marvelous takes advantage of the chaos and take the tier 1 up top on the EXP lane. Zan trying to gamble here with the quad shadows, but you don't want the shadow kill on a glue as Death himself will come out to defend that tier 2 down bottom. Sanguine claws from Frank. This Sicilian is becoming a problem, but it looks like another engagement might be on point. Supreme Kai now trying to frontline things. Dragon Tail doesn't connect. They're trying to take down the tier 1 onto the mid lane. The Death does not come free. Glorious part to win the tortoise by Sans Summers. Frontlines another fight once more. Prince
nice.
fights Feromi.
Good old
Back and forth then with part first part impact. Sanguine claws brings them back again. Trying to take some damage, but a grab from the glue makes it difficult for Death himself to survive as he will go down. Now Zan trying to go for the quad shadows, trying to go for the kill onto BA Frank, but I like the fact that Frank is really wary of this Hayabusa, Bambi.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. It really is wary of Hayabusa because um, among the whole team, it's only Sicilian and Clint that is the most squishy. You get, so he can't really go for tanks. So the only people he could really go for is Sicilian and Clint. So that's his
The
like his
Clint.
best. Yeah, that's like his best pick at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely his best pick, but then the boys of RGV are back again. Shield Unity comes out as well. Shield of Spirits to deal some damage without Tortoise Poisons. Now Battle Effect, Battle Pack with the Bat Effect, deal some damage. Prince with that double shot. Shuts down. BA Frank will go one. Prince finds another double onto Feromi. Maybe a triple for Prince. They're trying to melt them down as much as he can, but Supreme will find Sand first. And Jesus, the boys of RGV just might be the ones you should have gone for on that poll in ML Hub announcement channel, Cypher.
yeah, they're really saw the poll and they took the game more personal because what is this? They're not even able to like feel the tanks or anything like that. And like a win con right now that the ACHL side can go for is to just let the Bruno scale. And I don't think RGV are here for that. So
Yeah.
If you are
is them
already
as is
having
there
the team out before the glue joins, just imagine how much
yeah,
problem you're going to after we're now adding the glue. I don't think since the glue have joined, I don't think they've won any team fights. I don't think they've even gotten a kill since.
Yeah,
exactly.
not
So,
much. Cause most of
and
the times,
yeah.
yeah, most
Go
of the
ahead, Bambi.
times they all have CC. Exactly, they have CC, especially these ILOs. These ILOs has CC. The Baxia has CC. Glue also has CC. So it's really difficult for them to like engage in team fights and actually win.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
team fight side out, alright. Summers goes in with that shield unity and the shield of spirit. Now Feromi takes down Supreme Kai finally, but Prince will pick him up as a revenge for taking down his Roma. Meanwhile, the Lord's approaching from the bottom lane rather, and that's gonna be Valerio going down to melt it down. The big question is, can he escape this shield unity coming from Summers? Summers will try to go in, but hesitate a bit, waiting for that Lord. Lord already melted down, but RGV will try to take down at least one. Let's try coming out to zone them out, but Nino a little bit too early. Shadow kill from the Sun. But being Frank is quick with the outplay and that flicker. Jesus, that is what you call awareness.
Yeah, indeed, that is what we call winning. And right
This
now, I
is
think
a
this
Sicilian.
is just in ATHL how to play the Sicilian. You know, they picked the Sicilian the last match, and they didn't really have success on it. So right now, BA Frank is taking them to school. This is how you play a Sicilian.
Yeah, yeah. And this is a Sicilian on 5-1-10 KDA. Like, that's it. You're having
It
that on
is.
Sicilian 12 minutes in. Any more longer this game goes,
How
then
many stats
it's
we have
practically
right now?
GG's.
I mean, if they do elongate the
We can't.
game, right,
I
it's gonna
don't
be
think we
their
can even see that.
advantage. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, overflowing is one of Sicilian's greatest stats in his kit. And the more the game drags on, the more stacks he gets. And
Yeah,
unlike Aldous actually
yeah.
has a cap, Sicilian's overflowing
Yeah.
doesn't. So you can just keep doing that. You can just keep getting as much stacks as you can and
The-
getting more scary and scary until you can one tap it down.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This might be far fetched, but the only thing that the side of ATHL can do right now is to get their builds right, because the draft is already lost. So if they can get the right set of builds to melt these tanks, I mean, I think they'll be able to sustain the late game.
Well, I think one thing they can do though is to send the YZ up there to clear the lanes. You know, try and put some lane pressure on that stuff. Force
Yeah,
RGB to
and the
send
macro.
there as well. The Yuzong has the Black Dragon form to quickly join the team fight back. I don't think there's okay. We have but they won't want to send the backshot. The backshot is another person that can match that kind of speed, but they won't want to send the backshot there because they need his rhetoric for neutral objectives.
I mean, they are well farmed up right now, Clint and the rest of them to take the no without even needing the retribution. Only if
Yeah.
the Hylos does not do his job well in running out the shot.
Yeah, exactly. And it's making it very hard for them
Oh,
to win.
But
that's
that
got the
strike in
kick
the
on the
AOG
Blazer.
from Death himself does not save him this time. Back and forth,
Nice.
the Heroes pathway comes out. Ferromi will find a double onto Marvelous. That's gonna be ATHL trying to
I think it
bite
was
back
that.
and no time left. The Lord is approaching down bottom and they will melt it down thanks to Valerio without volley shots. And man, I think this Bruno is one of the reasons why they still haven't ended the game by now.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Bruno has a very
definitely.
good clear on full stacks. They also have the Fasa. The Fasa is actually the backbone of this team right now. See, the KDA is 414, and you're going up against this amount of tanks that can dive onto you. So Nino is actually doing a very good job on that.
Yeah, yes. And that last team fight, I don't know what was going on in Summer's mind. He took a lot of turret shots even before the team fight started. So when the team fight started, he could not even join. So the only thing, oh, the Bruno, oh, he
Now,
knows, he knows.
my yeah, you know this kind of meme when you see it, he knows.
Mhm.
Exactly. And so far, great rotations as well from RGV. Just trying to set up this Bruno. Like I said, the Bruno is one of the things that are actually stopping them from engaging full out because the Bruno is not to be toyed with. You mess with that Bruno, he shows you the power of the Waldy. But so far, 12 seconds, actually 40 seconds on that Lord. Bruno might be getting a bit overconfident. Yeah, Valeri. Okay, volley shot. Pushes a bit. Supreme Kai now with the Eye of Cyclone. Oh, Federal Strike comes
Oh
out.
my
That's gonna
god.
be him greeting him there. Zoning them out. AOG
Woo!
from Death himself, but the Unbreakable will miss. That's a
Oh
great
my
engagement. Sanga Cross connected to two. Valeri falls first. Nino
god.
falls
Yeah.
second. And that will
I
signal
think
the
this is
retreat
GG.
for the boys of ATHL to get back into safety.
This
Death
is
himself figures out. That's back and forth engagement once again. He comes up with a shadow kill, but not able to find anyone. That's another disadvantage of that mechanic. The split damage.
It's a very
Yeah.
big
Look at the
disadvantage.
BAP.
Imagine
Look,
having three
look at the
tanks.
Yeah, it's and they don't
Exactly.
necessarily
You
have any
can't. You
tank
can't. You can't.
killer on
They're
the
not
other
even
side.
allowing. They're not even allowing them to like get to their damage dealer, which is Clint and Sicilian. So imagine three times,
Yeah,
three tanks trying to like shield and protect their damage dealers. It's very very hard for Hayabusa to get towards them. So that's like kind of like a frustration for him right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine
exactly.
how he'll be feeling, the frustration. How what's his KDA? 033. 033. And he's kind of like, oh, he's the second highest farmed actually in his team. But no kills, just 3 assists as well.
I mean
Yeah, he's giving it. It's really a
the
hard.
two highest on gold on their team have no kills. It's to show you how much of an annoyance this tank lineup is.
It's a very
That's a
very.
very nice
It's
observation
a
as
very
well.
very
But
annoying
then they are pushing on the base
for
black.
Hayabusa.
Gross pathway comes out there. That signals engagement there for RGV. Get himself
Oh,
AOG defensively again to get back into safety. But now one caught in midst of it. Oh, fair on me, no able to survive. Prince puts him down. The Dragonoid form is not enough. Now try to melt it down. Valeri, you have to melt down this Lord. They are coming and they are coming for the win. They have not survived this one. Death
nice
himself
one.
does not eat that. The base is
GG,
almost down, but
GG.
RGV will make the people that voted in Intel regret their decision as they take a
I'm I'm
two
I'm I'm sorry.
zero
I'm sorry,
win.
RGB. I'm sorry for voting against you guys. That's not intentional.
uh, that was a very
Then
Man,
again,
I
they are
don't
breaking
even
the first
to be honest,
junglers.
this the result just suffered in this game. It's not even fault, to be honest.
Yeah,
The,
Because
the Yuzong
he
actually
was really trying. I felt he was really
he did his
trying,
very
but
best.
um,
his
Yeah,
his team were not there at that point to like try to follow him up. You understand? He was there actually participating in the team fight,
yeah,
but his team was not at that particular position where he is meant to be. You understand? So not being able,
exactly.
it did not look like as if he was feeding. You understand?
mm,
I don't know if you guys are getting me. Sorry.
I
mm,
understand what
Yeah.
you're
So
mm.
saying. Like you can see,
for him to be
he
able,
has the second highest skill on the team. So he was really trying his
exactly.
best to get to where he needs to be.
Yeah, he was really trying
Yeah.
to be there, but his teammates were not
Mm.
where he was. I don't know if you are getting what I'm
And
trying to say, which is not
I don't
making
even
it seem
necessarily
like he's
blame the
feeding.
teammates. Also,
Yeah.
as a, I don't necessarily blame the teammates too because wow, just look at this draft. They have high lows, they have Baxia, and
but, yeah,
that alone is just going to keep everybody busy. Then
Yeah,
Sicilian and
exactly. And
Clint
I
finishing
think
off.
he was trying to go for the Sicilian or probably the Clint's if it's possible, but
Eh,
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
heavily protected. He
yeah.
could not do anything.
yeah, talk about the cavalry. You know, you just box them in. Even when they, I think it was Neto that was saying that they were able to box them in
We said we lost it.
Yeah, I think it was network issues on his end. But then, yeah, that was a pretty interesting game we had so far from the
like
side
you
of
said,
RGVs.
was
Just
actually very trying. It was one engaging in most of the fight.
Very
Yeah.
tough.
The AOGs we have been seeing are mostly defensive AOGs, just for him to retreat. Those are most of the AOGs that we saw was defensive AOGs. So I think the YZ was one engaging most of the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
yeah,
the build on
Gato.
the Gato is not necessarily good. It's not even good. It's not like it's not necessarily good because you probably just need to get like the dreadnought armor first for Clint's initial boss. Then from then on, you should have gotten in this
Blade
situation.
Armor.
He needs before blade armor. You need like radiant armor for because there's a
Yeah.
certain amount of magic lineup here,
Yeah.
and you don't need the new item that he got. You need
Mm.
guardian helmet. Like you just need to be very beefy to match this amount of tanks also in the team fight.
Yeah, I also needed
But
dominance too.
yeah, he needs dominance. Dominance is very important actually, and he also needs blade ammo at the end of because you need to reflect as much damage as you can reflect in this team fight. But I mean, in the heat of the moment, you don't think about all this sometimes. so,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah,
definitely another reason.
that was an impressive game from RGV, winning out the team that everyone voted would win. And contrary to popular opinion, RGV have defied it and really made a statement for themselves in day 2 of the promotional games. It's been a brilliant performance as well from the players, and of course, on the side of the casters, it's been Black Manta, Cypher, Bambi, and Fisayo that have brought this game to you, the commentary to you tonight, guys. If you're still watching the stream, thank you so much for joining us, especially from the beginning. Apologies for all the technicals in there, the audio and video sync and all that. We'll have it fixed by the next game. But then, yeah, Cypher, it's been an honor having
Yeah.
you on stream for us. The first time you show your face, the co-owner of ML Hub, it's been an honor casting with you, man.
It's a pleasure. The pleasure is all mine, actually. And
Yeah.
we'll see you guys again next time.
Yeah, sure. Any last words for Sion Bambi before we close the stream?
Bambi, you go first. Ladies first.
Why do I have to always go first? Fisayo, go first. Fisayo,
All
go
right.
first.
So it was a very fun evening actually, and I think right now we have all seen a way to like counter Hayabusa when you see Hayabusa and the enemy team just pick 3 tanks and feed.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. So Bambi, your turn.
I must steal this Clint build. This Clint build, I
Prince,
must steal.
Prince, Prince is on crack. Is on crack. Yes, she's
For
right.
real. The Clint was
He
really
had a
good.
lot of he had a lot of
Yeah, he was
chance. He had a
having
lot of chance
fun.
to do all what he needed to do.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, he
I feel like
enjoyed those 2 matches to the fullest.
yeah, to be honest. And he also got the rose gold, which was like the major issue he had from the far side because it was the far side that was only able to reach him with the
Yeah.
distance. So
Mm.
the guy, he had his fun actually. He had his fun, no doubt.
Yeah,
I think he was
they
like the
definitely
MVP
are.
in both games.
I can't
I
really
believe he
remember
was
who
the
had the
MVP in
MVP on
both
the
games.
first game, but Prince really did do well in both games. I can attest to that one. An 18 minutes
It's
match, and of course, 25
it's also
9.
a comfort. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's also a comfort pick for him actually. If you play rank a lot, yeah,
yeah,
he plays the Saints regularly.
yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
that's going to be everything for we have for you guys tonight. Thank you all for joining once again. Hopefully, we get to have MG here with us, but until that happens, this is all from me to you guys. Good night, guys.
Yeah, good night, good
Good
night.
Yeah.